Ladies and gentlemen, yes, this is your favorite show, Sports Unfolded, with your favorite hosts, Eric and Ron.
Hey, welcome to a very special Sports Unfolded Super Bowl 58 preview show. I am your host, Eric, my main man right over there. How are you, Ron?
I'm doing great. I can't see myself because I got all these numbers blocking my face up here.
All these numbers. We got to talk numbers today. Super Bowl 58, the San Francisco 49ers versus the Kansas City Chiefs. But we are joined by the big dog right down there. Kenny, how are you tonight?
Oh, I am so pumped up for this segment. I am ready to go, Eric, ready to go.
Let's go. We got so much to cover. And joining us, the new guy. Is that Baker Mayfield? Could that be Baker Mayfield? That is Baker Mayfield in the house. Listen, Tampa Bay, right? He had some time off. He said, let's join Baker Mayfield. James joining us tonight as well. We've got a lot to cover. We're going to have some fun in between as well and talk a lot about what we think this game is going to be. Some props. We got some prop bets to go on, over-unders versus a prediction at the end of the show. And we're going to tell you what records could be broken tomorrow night. Kickoff time a little after 6 p.m. Really excited about that. So let's start and get into this, gentlemen. And we're going to start off with the Kansas City Chiefs and their offense. I'll be covering offenses for both teams, Ron defense, Kenny special teams, James talking about the coaches. So we'll start off with the Kansas City Chiefs. And gentlemen, as I did some research with the Kansas City Chiefs, we know what struggles they had in the regular season. But then you start to look at what they've been able to do in the postseason in the 3 games that they played. Patrick Mahomes, 239 yards per game, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. So almost perfect there, 100.7 QBR. So you're looking at, we know what he can do in the postseason. He's proving it. Key here, though, Pacheco, Isaiah Pacheco, 254 yards and 3 touchdowns. The Kansas City Chiefs have become a running-first offense. So to me, that's very important because if you look at just putting it in the hands of Patrick Mahomes, they could struggle. But now you give them the aspect of a running game, and then you throw in Travis Kelce, who's had 262 yards in the postseason, and Rashee Rice, who came out of nowhere, right? This was a kid we thought during the regular season we would see a lot of, 223 yards in the playoffs. So he's getting the ball to all his different receivers as well. So Patrick Mahomes in this playoffs to me has been the most impressive because if you look at it, he's doing things that normally he doesn't have. The Tyreek Hills, right? These guys that we always looked at. He's had to make it with a makeshift receiving core, and he's probably performed better than he has in the past.
Yeah, when you have, I guess you can say, limited stars on the offense. I mean, you have Mahomes and you have Kelce. That's their stars, right? These other players that came into the fold this year have really performed pretty well. Now it's on a big stage, though, and this is a little different. And playoffs are one thing, but this is Super Bowl now, and you don't know how anyone is going to react to a Super Bowl game. And that is going to be key for Mahomes to settle those guys down and get them in to be just a game. Because that's what you want inexperienced players to be thinking. It's just a game. The stars will take care of it.
Very quietly, too. In the 3 games, only 2 sacks allowed by that offensive line. So they've come together at the right time as well. So they're giving Mahomes time when he does need to throw, right? And then you think about the blocking aspect of it and Pacheco being able to get 254 yards in 3 games and 3 touchdowns. So, Ron, I know you have defense So Kansas City's defense, what can you tell the people out there that they should be looking for from the Kansas City defense in the Super Bowl?
Well, the fact that they only give up 17.3 points a game is quite startling. It's like the focus has always been on the offense with Mahomes, but this defense has been incredible this year. And I'll tell you that 17.3 points, that's going to be tough, and their rushing defense only 113 yards rushing. So that's pretty good. It isn't the best though, but the pass defense 176 yards. This is where they could really do some damage to San Francisco's offense, because I don't think it's going to be simple for Brock Purdy to get some passes. If it's not to McCaffrey, they're going to struggle. I think McCaffrey is the key for their success, because Kansas City's defense is no slouch. I mean, this is one of the best defenses in the league, and those numbers are proving it. 289.8 yards per game they gave up. That is pretty good. Number 2 in sacks. Yeah. Number 2. So again, when you talk about that pass rush, that's glaring right there. So yeah. I think they can stop San Francisco offensively when it comes to the passing game. So they're going to have to develop, a lot of points on the ground, a lot of yards on the ground. They have to use that. That's the only way you're going to get to Kansas City, is on the ground.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And again, I think if Kansas City's smart, right, they're going to want to run the ball and try to keep that offense, San Francisco's offense, off the field. Yeah. So,
and you look individual player wise, Eric. Tackles. They have the leader in the playoffs, Nick Bolton, 27 tackles already. And then when you really start looking at those numbers, they have, Tranquil. He's got 19. He's 7th in the league in the postseason. And then 8th is Justin Reed. And then, then you look at all of these guys. They have 5 guys in the top 20. Well, that's a big difference. You got some guys that aren't going to break. They're not going to break tackles either. So this is another thing that defense of Kansas City really excels at. And I'm looking at the offense and I'm looking at the defense, and if this was a college basketball game, the arrow would be pointing to Kansas City.
Yeah, fair to say. Kenny, nobody thinks about special teams, right? What should be some of the keys when it comes to Kansas City and that special teams?
Well, first of all, Andy Reid is a genius at special teams. 2 guys are out there returning the kicks. Kadarius Toney, 27 receptions, 169 yards, and 1 run back. And we also have Justin Watson, 27, 462 yards, 3 run backs for touchdowns.
Wow.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, you think about it, right? So we're talking about just on kickoffs, right? The opportunity, you may not want to kick to these guys because they can bring it to the house. And then we talk about Butker, right? A very good kicker. He's been here before. So
Best
from
in the league.
Right, from a nerve standpoint, you can't sit back and say, okay, he's done it. So you're not worried about that aspect of the game. James, I know we know about Andy Reid, but are there anybody else in the coaching staff or what you think Andy Reid is going to be able to do in this game?
So with this one here, if there is any X factor in this, I think it's actually the lack of Eric Bieniemy on this team. I think that they maybe have been missing him a lot this season. And if I could point to any weakness on the Kansas City coaching staff, that's what's glaring to me is I think that stood out. But at the same time, though, Reid, he's able to overcome. This guy's not new to this whole deal. He's been to the the Super Bowl, 2-time champion. He's been there 3 times as a head coach. So I think Andy Reid. I think he has
4 times.
4 4
right?
times.
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
He took Philly one year, and then the 3 with the Chiefs.
Yeah. No, you're right. And I mean, I think what Reed has over Shanahan is the experience, because Shanahan's been there and lost to this same team. That was back in 2019. You know, you have to wonder, is that going to be kind of inside of his head? You know, obviously on paper he's going to say, no, this isn't going to get to me. I'm going to push through this. But is there anything there? Is he thinking, can I really beat this team?
Yeah, and you know, a lot of what I've read is that Shanahan, you're actually hearing him talk about, and a lot of the guys that were in that Super Bowl talking about how they let it slip away, right? And they let one get away. And so you think about it, Andy Reid can use that to his advantage, because as soon as San Francisco, if they're down in this game, right, the pressure turns to them. And we saw that with the Baltimore Ravens, and how he was able to just control the game enough to keep Lamar Jackson off. Yeah. You know, so a great point, James. I love the fact that, right, we think about, you know, all that Andy Reid has done, and they're talking about putting him on one of those Mount Rushmores when it comes to coaching, because of the fact that this would be an opportunity for him to win 3. I will ask this question though, gentlemen. Is this for Andy Reid's last game? So win or lose?
If he wins it, I'd say yes.
Okay. So lose, you think he's coming back?
I think he comes back if he loses.
All right. Anybody else have an
I mean,
opinion?
if you lose this, you'd almost be a fool not to come back because you have Mahomes as a quarterback, right? I mean, that's the way I look at it. You're bound to win at least another Super Bowl,
but
with Patrick Mahomes.
Isn't that the argument, to come back and play, win or lose? You know, he's been proven right now he can put the guys together on the field regardless of what it looks like from the previous season.
Yeah, because he has an opportunity to chase history, right? Could he catch Belichick?
I think he got a lot more cheeseburgers in him.
A lot more cheeseburgers. He's I love that. So that's the Kansas City Chiefs in a nutshell, right? We talked about the offense, defense, special teams, and coaching. Before we talk a little bit about the San Francisco 49ers, let's get into one of these. Let's have some fun here, gentlemen. And we're going to start off with James in over-unders. So you're going to give us some over-unders for the Super Bowl, and we're going to have to decide what we think it could possibly be. So, James, have at it. Give this bunch of yahoos right here some over-unders.
All right, I got some for you. So let's start off, I think, with how about Pat Mahomes, right?
Okay.
Under 261.
Ooh. I'm going under based on the fact that, again, no, wait, Pat Mahomes, though. San Francisco's defense, we haven't talked about what they've given up yet. Ooh. Ron might have the inside track on this one.
Ooh.
I'm going under, though, because I think they're going to run the ball more with Pacheco. I'm going under.
I'm going over.
He just looked at the numbers.
Going over.
Oh, man.
I, too, am going over.
Over 261 for Patrick Mahomes. Okay.
Yep.
All right. How about this? Travis Kelce, over under 70 receiving yards.
San Francisco.
I'll go first on this one.
Go ahead.
I'm going to go under.
Really?
Because yes, I'm looking at the way San Francisco defense is. I think they're gonna mix it up a little, and they're gonna put a couple of guys on Travis Kelce, and I think they can contain him.
I'm going over. I didn't like the way they covered Laporta, and I think that, listen, the tight end spot, their linebackers don't cover well. They're very good tacklers, and they move well, east to west. I think they could expose them on that aspect of it. Travis Kelce over 70 yards.
Yep.
All right, you didn't say it right. It's Laporta.
Hey, excuse me, man, Espanol.
Laporta. And it's over.
The door.
Over.
He's going over as well. All right, so we got 2 overs, 1 under.
Right.
All right, so far
All right, we'll go to the San Francisco side of the ball on this one. I think this is going to be a little tough one to call. Christian McCaffrey over under 89 rushing yards.
Ron said 100 plus yards per game they give up. But, and I'm going to tell you, I think San Francisco is going to be down in this game at some point where they're going to throw more than they can run. So I'm going under.
I too am going under.
Right, Kenny. Yes.
I think this is the X factor in the game, in my opinion. This right here.
Right, it could be.
What's the yards?
No cheating, Ron. You cheating, Ron.
89.
What is that? What's the over?
89.
89. I'm going to say under.
All right, we got a sweep on that one. We're all going under 89 yards for Christian McCaffrey.
All right.
Now, if it was total yards, that would be a lot different.
Yeah, no, not total. Rushing yards.
Rushing only.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, here we go. We'll go back to the opposite side of the ball again here. Sorry, San Francisco side of the ball. Brock Purdy over under 247 passing yards.
I'm going over. They're going to be throwing.
I'm going over too.
They're going to be down in this game.
Right. I have to say the reason why they're throwing might be the question here.
Exactly. I think they'll be down. They're throwing the ball.
Yeah.
So what was the number, James? What was the number?
I went over.
247.
Under.
And I'm going over because I think
You're going under?
Going under.
What?
Going under.
I think a lot of that is going to be to Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, out of the backfield, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna those little swing passes. I'm going over. 2 overs, 1 under. You got any more, James?
Yeah. Well, here's the big one for the game.
The big one. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Over under 47 points scored in this game.
Over. Going way
Together?
over that. Yeah, combined. I'm going over.
So it's like 24-23.
Yeah, I'm going over.
I'm going over.
This is the battle of defense. Going under on this.
Come on.
I think the defenses are going to come through in this game.
Okay. All right.
I'm going over.
I'm going over. That was a good one, though. That was a good one. Very good. Very good.
In fact, I think the fourth quarter is going to be crazy. I think there's going to be a lot of points.
Right, there's a couple quarters where everything goes haywire and then it kind of settles down again. And
yeah.
So we'll see. All right. Good job, James. Thank you very much. Over under. All right. We're going to talk some San Francisco 49ers. And we'll start off on the offensive side of the ball. We know all the talent they have, right? But the key here is we really got to look at Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy, 259.5 yards per game in the postseason, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 87.7 QBR. Little concerning to me because I haven't seen him win a game. I've seen the guys around him make plays to kind of help San Francisco win games. And I'm not sure. Listen, this has been a wonderful ride, right? Mr. Irrelevant, last pick in the draft. You sit back, you go, wow, right? Because we talked about Tom Brady in the 6th round. This guy's doing it even more so than Tom Brady, right? Last pick overall. I don't know if the lights are going to be too big in this game for Brock Purdy. And that gets me nervous. Listen, the offensive line's done a very good job. 3 sacks allowed in the postseason, right? We know they got one of the best left tackles in the game in Trent Williams. So when you look at it from that standpoint, how much pressure can Kansas City put on them? But I think to James's point, the X factor is going to be McCaffrey. McCaffrey hit 188 yards and 4 touchdowns in the postseason. We know what he did in the regular season, right? Just a sheer beast, a workhorse, right? What do you have? 16, 17 straight games with a touchdown, like everything he was able to do. And I think the Deebo Samuel, nobody's talking about that injury. He's not looked the same in the postseason. So how he can contribute to the offense may be key. And we really haven't heard from Kittle at all as well. Kittle's been very quiet in the postseason, not making those plays. So if McCaffrey doesn't take off for this offense, I think it's going to be a long night. And again, I want to see how Brock Purdy, the first time he gets some pressure, how he responds to that, because I think that's ultimately going to be what makes a difference in the game. Listen, they're a very creative offense. We know they can do a ton of different things and move guys and motions and everything else. But you got one of their best players hurt. You got a guy that they're going to key on in McCaffrey. Can Brock Purdy make plays to the other guys, get Kittle involved, get Ayuk involved, and make a difference? We'll see. But listen, they're the most talented offense we know. They really are. This year, they've had the pieces. But again, the lights are so much brighter Sunday night. We'll have to see. That's what my thoughts are on the offense. Any other opinions, gentlemen?
No, it does come down to McCaffrey in my opinion. When they start handing out the trophy, it's normally going to be like the quarterback winning the Super Bowl MVP. In this case, I don't think Brock Purdy does enough to give him the MVP if they win, because of the fact of McCaffrey being there. And McCaffrey is the key, because that is the team's advantage over Kansas City, is McCaffrey. He's so dynamic. He's going to put up a lot of yards just because of what he can do, whether it's rushing or coming out of the backfield on a nice swing pass or something, screen plays, all kinds of things like that is what McCaffrey can do. He can bring so much, and when he gets that speed going, it could be over in a hurry if Kansas City isn't ready for it.
Yeah. Gentlemen,
Yeah.
you guys have any opinions?
I agree with Ron.
No, I think kind of though what's interesting about this is if Brock Purdy is able to come away with a win here, I mean, the rags to riches on this. I mean, this is what on par with maybe like a Kurt Warner type status. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Stocking shelves in a supermarket and winning a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a great point. Great point. Ron, what about this defense? San Francisco's defense. What can you tell us?
Yeah, well, you know how I gave you that stat of 17.3 points per game?
Yep.
Well, San Francisco only gives up 17.5.
Hey. So
So
James
it's that
might be
close.
right on this under.
This is going to be close. This
That'd be
is gonna a
35
close
points.
game. I think this is the Super Bowl that we've been waiting for years. This could be that Super Bowl. But of course, when you expect it to be
Complete opposite.
right?
Complete opposite.
Well, this team's defense, Pacheco's not going to be able to run on this team. Okay, first of all, when you look at Pacheco's numbers, he averages 56.94 yards per carry for his career. 56. Yep. Okay, now, the San Francisco rush defense, 89.7.
I get it. Pacheco's
Big
a different
difference.
beast now. Yeah, but Pacheco,
Big
254
difference.
yards. 254 yards in the 3 postseason games. So
Right. And I think that they almost got caught sleeping on the teams that they played, especially Green Bay, and then they almost blew it. Well, Detroit blew it. Is what happened.
get me started again.
So I think we've seen this team play horrible, and then when they get their eyes wide open, they come out and play, and they play well. I think you're going to see a lot of that this time. Their passing defense, 196.6. So there is room there for Patrick Mahomes. But again, you're dealing with really one star, in Kelsey, and they have some guys that have some talent. It's just that they're going to be young players without the experience in the limelight. And so we're going to have to see and watch how they do early on, because that could end up costing them. So, and they had 48 sacks as a defensive core, not the 57 that Kansas City has, but I think there is an opening for this team when it comes to getting sacks, because doesn't Kansas City have a little injury to one of their Tooney?
Yeah, Joe Tooney's. Well, I think he's a game time decision. They really haven't made a decision on if Tooney's going to play or not.
If he's slowed by any means, then you got to look at Javon Hargrave, and I know he's going to be in my players to watch, but he's going to be lining up against either Tooney or Allegretti, who's going to be his backup. So I think with all the focus being on Bosa's side, this guy can get in and he can create some havoc in tight. And he's going to drive Mahomes a little crazy, I think, in this game.
Here's a guy that, again, I don't have him as one of my players to watch, but I think we should all watch because we're talking about payday.
Yeah.
And that's Young.
Yes.
Chase Young, right?
Yep.
He got there. We thought this was going to be like, holy cow, what a trade, right? The steal, and he hasn't done as much.
No.
But now he knows everybody's watching.
Yeah.
Right? So this is
the Von Miller we saw that year,
in
right?
the Super Bowl, right? Yeah, exactly. Kenny, special teams, San Francisco. What can you tell us?
I have stood at home all day, watched NFL Network, and called some regames of the 49ers.
Yeah.
All year long, their special teams has been suspect. So they need to come out, and they need to come out hard. Ray McLeod III is due for a touchdown, a run back. 135 yards, no run backs. No run backs. They got Ronnie Lott. Ronnie Lott.
Ronnie Lott's
Bell.
coming to play.
Holy
cow.
Ronnie Lott coming back.
I changed my pick.
Ronnie Bell, not the guy from New Edition, okay?
Hey, that's Ricky. That's Ricky Bell. Don't have him.
Ricky Bell, Ronnie Bell, yeah.
I mean,
he has.
There's Ronnie DeVoe. Ronnie DeVoe and Ricky Bell.
Right.
We could go all day on New Edition, but I go back.
68 yards, 3 run backs. Their special teams have been suspect all year long. They need to bring it together.
Special teams. James, coaching. What do we got from the San Francisco 49ers?
Yeah, guys. I think to be honest with you, Kyle Shanahan's inexperience in this, I think, is kind of a glaring issue right now. And I mean, he has a good playoff record, 8-3 in the playoffs. All right. But the only Super Bowl appearance he played against Kansas City in 2019, and we know how that one went down. His overall record is 72-54. So I don't know.
We got the big dog and the little dog in the house.
Little dog.
Who let the dogs out? James.
No, that's the dog pound. There we go.
Dog pound is right here.
I got it. So his inexperience.
Anyways, so yeah, I don't know. I think I don't see a whole lot that's favoring San Francisco in terms of coaching right now. I just think the inexperience is going to catch up to
him. My man, that dog's like, I agree. All right.
For a minute there, I thought it was Taylor Swift in the background.
Hey! Wow.
Whoa.
Wow. Ron. All right, gentlemen.
I don't only lose Christmas cards on Friday night.
So this is Sports Unfolded, very special Super Bowl 58 preview show. We are normally on every Friday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Rhode Island Broadcasting. So check us out then as well. We are live and always fan interactive. If you are joining us live tonight and you have an opinion on the Super Bowl, please let us know so we can definitely talk about it. So, gentlemen, we've talked about both teams. We're going to have a little more fun here. Ron, let's get some versus. So versus basically is going to be you're telling us this versus this, and we got to decide what we think could possibly be an outcome.
All right, let me find my notes here. Okay, so I went with some of the obvious. Patrick Mahomes versus the San Francisco defensive backs.
The defensive backs, the DBs.
The defensive backs.
What do they got? Ward is one of their defensive backs.
Yeah.
He's all right. I'm going Mahomes.
So you got Charvarius, you got Gibson Senior, you got Ambry Thomas, you got Diamador Lenoir, and Jair Brown. That's their defensive backs.
I'm going Mahomes.
Yeah, me too. I'm going Mahomes.
I don't know how you can't go against Mahomes in that one. I mean,
Thank you.
Mahomes is Mahomes.
Mahomes is Mahomes. He's Mahomes.
Yeah, and of course now you have to put Purdy against the defensive backs of Kansas City.
Kansas City's defensive backs have played very well this season. I would go Kansas City here.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, Kansas City, they've been stout when they need to. They step up.
All right. So everything is leaning towards
Kansas City. I get it. Yes, I get it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. So Pacheco versus the San Francisco defense.
I'm going Pacheco here. I think he's going to have a good game. He's been running hard. I like Pacheco in this game. Listen, San Francisco's a good pass rushing team. I would question if they could stop the running game of Kansas City. I'm saying in the
great defensive against
postseason, Pacheco has looked like a different running back.
Yep.
He has looked like a different running back in my eyes.
He only averages 57 yards.
That's I'm talking about the playoffs. Postseason, these last 3 games, 254 yards, 3 touchdowns, and he's running hard. It's not like he's just running. He's running hard. I'm going Pacheco.
I'm going Isaac Pacheco all the way.
I say y'all.
And I'm going to go against the grain on this one, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think that, believe it or not, I think this game is going to be won through the air. I think it's going to be who can get it done through the air. I don't think the ground game is going to be as big of a factor.
Okay. All right. I like it.
All right. Me too.
All right. Here's a good one for you. Kansas City was 1-0 against favorites.
Mm-hmm. They're underdogs this game.
They are underdogs on this. So are you going to take the underdog or are you going to go with the favorite?
Well, we got the big dog. We got little dog. I'm going underdog. That's where I'm going.
All right.
I'm going to favorite.
Ooh.
Going to favorite.
Okay.
Kansas City underdogs by 2 points. I think I got the dogs on this one. I got to go with the dogs.
Interesting stat. Patrick Mahomes, the 12 games he's been an underdog, 9-3.
All right. I've been saving this one.
Good record.
Oh, I love this one.
All right. Is this the finale? This the big one?
You have Andy Reid and Kyle Shanahan in a wrestling match.
Oh, okay.
For the WWE title.
Okay.
Who you got?
I got Shanahan. I'm going Shanahan.
I got Andy Reid from the top rope splash.
He's gonna run off the road, probably have a heart attack. Andy Reid
with a cheeseburger in his mouth.
With a cheeseburger in his mouth. He's got cholesterol. Nope. I'm going Kyle Shanahan. He's gonna make some special move, some sweep play or something to get out of the way. Andy Reid drops.
You know what? Andy Reid is giving me Big Van Vader vibes. I gotta go Andy
Reid's. All right. Although, listen, Shanahan gets on the top rope. Andy Reid can't get up on the top rope.
Yeah, you don't know that.
I find that hard to believe. I'd find that hard to believe. All right, gentlemen, let's get back to the game, and let's talk. Each one of us is going to tell us 5 players to watch for. We'll go from 5 to 1. So we'll each, give us 5, and then your 4, then your 3, your 2, your 1. All right. So 5 players to watch. At number 5, James, who do you got as your 5th player to watch?
I have 5, Deebo Samuel. I think that he's going to kind of fly under the radar in this game a little bit, but I think depending how he does is going to dictate a lot of how this game goes through the air, especially.
Okay. Kenny, you're number 5.
Number 5, I got Isaac Pacheco. He is running like a kid with a new pair of shoes. Okay. All right.
No, I like it. Ron, number 5.
I have that guy I spoke of earlier, Javon Hargrave. He could be very important in this game. Especially with the injury to Tooney. If he's got to go up against Allegretti, and you talk about Young to his right, and then you talk about Bosa to his left, and they're going to be so focused on those guys, you might see somebody miss assignments, and he gets in clear a couple of times in this game.
Very good. I went Nick Bosa at 5, and I think that he's not done enough in the postseason to create for what he's getting paid, right? He's one of the highest paid defensive ends in the league. You need to create some, if you're going to get any possible victory out of this game, you've got to make Patrick Mahomes as uncomfortable as possible. That's the guy that can do it consistently. I want to see if Nick Bosa can create enough pressure to honestly get to Patrick Mahomes to make him uncomfortable. Doesn't mean sacks, right? I don't expect the guy to have 5 sacks, but if he can get pressure on Mahomes to make him uncomfortable, that could be a key for San Francisco.
If he gets 5 sacks, he's MVP.
Yeah, without a doubt, but I don't think what about at number 4? Who's your 4th player to watch? James.
I'm going to have to go with Travis Kelce on this one.
I like it.
And he's the safety net for Patrick Mahomes, and if he can continue to be that safety net, I think that he's going to have a lot of success in this game.
I love it. Kenny?
I'm going Ray Ray McCloud. With a name like Ray Ray, either Big Ray Ray, Little Ray Ray, you got to come through. He's due for a touchdown. Come on, Ray Ray.
Friday or something.
Come on. Yeah, come on, Ray Ray. Come on, Ray Ray.
Come on, Ray Ray. Let's go. Get a punt return.
Yes.
Ron, 4?
Yeah, so I don't have any of the stars in my list. Because I figure they got to do what they got to do. It's got to be somebody that rises to the occasion, right?
You're always a step ahead of all of us, Ron.
Yeah, of course. My number 4 is Tershawn Wharton. Right defensive tackle.
Oh, I thought that was the guy that they're scouting recruiter. What the hell who is he? Go ahead.
He's their right defensive tackle. And he's going to be out there. Chris Jones is going to be out there, and everybody's going to focus on him. And he's a guy that can really turn a game. I mean, he's had a great postseason so far. And, with all the eyes on the other side of the line, this guy could be a disruptor, and he could really do some damage to San Francisco's offense.
Okay. All right. Interesting. I had Isaiah Pacheco at 4. And again, I think they're going to feed him the rock. I think he's going to be close to 100 yards in this game. And to Kenny, I loved what you just said.
That WWE again, The Rock.
Yeah, right, The Rock. But do you smell what I'm cooking? What I will say is this: I loved.
It smells something.
Hey, after your pick, you should smell something. I will say that Kenny, new pair of shoes. Like this kid's right. Like he had whatever Adidas. Now he's got the top ranked Nike shoes because that kid's running. So I think they're going to feed him the rock. I like to see him at F4 for me. All right. We're at number 3, 3rd player to watch. James.
Ron beat me to this one. Tershawn Wharton. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I'm telling you. You watch.
Woo! Number 3.
I think he's going to be a huge X factor in this game. I think that what he does or doesn't do on the ground is going to dictate a lot on if San Francisco can have success. If they can break from a 1st and 10 to 2nd and short, that's a big factor in this game.
So McCaffrey.
Okay.
Kenny.
I got Kittle. It's a big game. He needs to come through. I think he'll make an astounding play. I got Kittle.
Right? Like we said, he's been kind of quiet, right? This would be the opportunity.
Yeah.
No, third, very good. Ron, hold on, guys.
Charvarius Ward.
Yeah.
Look, they're gonna have to try to figure out a way to cover Kelsey. Okay, so I'm guessing he's going to be one of those guys that are going to either double team him or just try to stay on and hit him at the line, wherever it is. But this guy, he's going to see a lot of Kelsey in this game, and don't be surprised if he comes up with a pick.
Okay, all right. My number 3, this guy's really swift. Travis Kelce. And what I will say is, come on, nothing on that. Come on, guys. Hey. But yes, I will say this. Travis Kelce, can he have the impact, right? And be, James said it, that safety net for Patrick Mahomes. If the San Francisco defense, and Ron, you may be right. Maybe they are able to double team or create some problems for him. But if he can get open, can he make some plays to continue to drive that ball? Because you know Patrick Mahomes is going to look for him. So I went Kelce at 3. We are down to the final 2. So at number 2, James, who's the second player that everybody should be watching? The number 2.
Second player here, to me, it can't be anybody else other than Brock Purdy. All right, because is he going to be able to have success in the air? I think he's going to have to. I don't think he can win this game with McCaffrey alone. I think he's going to have to avoid the big mistakes. He's going to be put under pressure in this game. And I think if he can avoid the big mistakes, I think they stay in it and have a shot to win.
No, I love it. Kenny, you're number 2.
I got Travis Kelce. He could make history tomorrow. And I know he wants that record.
Is he going to run up to the booth?
He could be the first tight end to propose after a Super Bowl victory. History. Travis Kelce, my man, Swifty. All right. Well, who you got at number 2? Ron?
All right. Well, you had mentioned this about the shoes earlier.
Okay.
Now, I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. But if it's a low-scoring game, this is the guy that's going to win the game, and that is Harrison Butker. Because if it comes down to field goals, this guy doesn't miss.
Yeah.
He's 7 for 7 in the postseason, only missed 2 all season, and I'm guessing they're 50 plus. Didn't miss an extra point attempt. So this guy's leg is as good as anybody in history. And so if it comes down to a low-scoring game, expect this guy to get the winning field goal.
Okay, Butker winning field goal.
That's deep.
I went at 2, and it's because of the injury, Deebo Samuel. I want to see how much of a percent. Listen, this is the last game of the year, right? Is he going to be on the field 80%, 90% of the time, or are they going to have to hold him back and only put him on the field, 50% of the time? If that happens, that changes their offense, right? Because that's one less guy that Kansas City keys on. So I want to see if Deebo Samuel is actually out there and he's contributing. So that's why I want to really see at number 2, Deebo Samuel. Will he be that guy? But we're down. Who is the most watched guy that we need today. The number one player to watch tomorrow night during the Super Bowl, and why? Go James.
Is there anybody else other than Patrick Mahomes? I don't think so. I think Patrick Mahomes, is he going to be magical as he always is? Is he going to be the same character that we saw last year, albeit he's not playing on one leg this time? So I think he has that advantage. And I got to say, can you bet against him? I don't think you can. He's a magical player. I think he's making a run to be the greatest of all time. I know Patriots fans don't really want to hear that. They're Tom Brady fans. Sorry. But Patrick Mahomes, if he wins three Super Bowls, right, he's going to be the only NFL player to have 3 Super Bowls and 2 NFL MVPs.
Yes. All time. Yeah, all time great. And first NFL player ever to do that in the first 7 seasons. Yeah. No, great point. Great point. Kenny, you're number one player to watch.
Thank you, James, for stealing my thunder. Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy. Another guy who can make history tomorrow, and he needs to. Let's go, Brock Purdy. Let's go. Let's go, Brock Purdy.
Mr. Irrelevant to win a Super Bowl. Holy cow. Right? No, great. Ron, you're number one. The fans out there, they can't. I mean, they must. The anticipation.
I'm the only one that's put any effort into this.
Okay. Yeah, because clearly I want to watch.
You guys are a bunch of hacks. You're taking the easy road. The easy road.
Go ahead. What do you got?
I put 5 guys that you have to watch to see.
No, I think you've been eating at 5 guys, but that's a whole other story for another night.
Look, my number one is Dre Greenlaw. Dre Greenlaw. This guy is so vital for San Francisco to win the Super Bowl. I'm telling you, he is going to be the guy. If he's off his game, they're going to get blown out. He has to be on his game because you cannot let Kelsey run all over them. You can't do it. He's the guy that has to get up there in his face and play just solid defense. He's got to stop Kelsey from scoring. He cannot let him run all over the place and catch passes all game long. This is the guy that they have that can stop him. Whether it's just knocking down the passes or just taking it for 6. Telling you, that's the guy. You got to watch him.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, welcome to Sports Unfolded Twilight Zone. We are being joined by.
Yeah, you could laugh all you want, but this is the guy.
If I am sitting back and I'm watching Greenlaw for 3 hours, I got a problem. But anyway,
if you're watching Greenlaw for 3 hours, the game is far and away over.
All right. So I am going, and I agree with Kenny. At number one, it has to be Brock Purdy because you're going to see. Listen, they should not be here. He very easily, look, that first half against Detroit, he didn't look good at all. He cannot perform like that in the first half of this game and expect the San Francisco 49ers to win. I don't think they make that comeback against Kansas City like they did against Detroit. So Brock Purdy has to be the number one player. Number one player, Brock Purdy. But very good, Ron. Very good. Only want to put effort in. Good job. Hold on. Give you credit for that. Well deserved. Well deserved. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. See? Very well, great job. Oh, boy. All right, Kenny. We're going to have some fun now. We got some strange props. So we got to hear what are some of the strangest props that you were able to find for this Super Bowl?
All right, I got a couple. The first one is we all know Reba McEntire singing the national anthem. Can she do it in under 90 seconds?
They do this all the time with every Super Bowl has the national anthem in the time length. And I wonder, like, I think it goes over. Doesn't it always go over that?
Because they drag it out.
Right? And then they got the things flying over.
Because they want to
and the
show
thing,
off
and-
their voice, so they go, oh.
So Reba over 90. I'm going over.
Yeah.
I'm going
Over.
Over.
over. Thank you.
Over.
All right.
Over.
All right.
It's minus 15. Minus 15. All right.
You know, we need a gospel singer to sing that because they go, oh, say, can you see my bones early night?
I want to know how many people you just offended with that. You just offended how many people with that. Good job, Jay. Good job, bro. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
They sing fast. They get into it.
Yes.
Oh, under
Yes.
30 seconds. Guys aren't even ready to take their hats off. They're already done.
Yes.
What do you got, Kenny?
Number 2.
2.
Reba McEntire to wear white boots. Will she wear white boots? White boots. White
Really?
boots.
Who cares?
I think she goes all black.
Mm.
A
You gonna
nice
have a
black
pink hat
gown.
too?
No, black gown, all Barbie style. Barbie was big.
Mm. Well, just so what you know, the people says yellow plus 1,200.
Yellow is the yellow shoes
boots.
is the most
Yeah,
popular.
yellow boots. Yeah,
Hmm.
yellow boots. Yellow boots. Yellow boots.
I wouldn't think white. No white. You're gonna get them dirty. You're on the field.
I say it's going to be
Well-
red.
Ooh, red.
It's gonna be red.
Red. I'm going black. You got a color, James?
That's plus 200. Is red. Black is plus 300.
All right.
You know, my gut instinct there was red also because I
She's a
Right.
redhead. She's going to go with red boots.
I too.
Also, for your
Alright.
fashion needs, Ron is like. I mean, look at that guy. Look at him. I mean, he's supermodel material. If I ever saw one,
Mm,
go. All right,
mm.
Kenny.
Will Travis's brother Jason go shirtless during the second half?
You know, I think he got in trouble with the wife when he did it the last time. I
Yeah, right.
I think he keeps his shirt on this
beers in
time.
his hand?
Yeah, I think he keeps his shirt on this time. So I'm going no shirt. Shirt stays on.
I
He's not
say he
taking it
throws
off.
a drink out the booth
What's
when
he,
they
Dave?
lose.
What's he, Dave Tepper? The Carolina Panthers. Hold on, he's just gonna throw it.
No, they're not even going to let him in the building.
So you're saying he keeps his shirt on but throws a drink.
Yes.
All right. Is he keeping his shirt on?
No, he's
No.
not. It's off. He's gonna get pumped up when Kelsey scores a touchdown. He's gonna rip it off, and he's not gonna know what to do with himself.
I want to see him shirt off hugging Taylor Swift. Oh my God, that's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
That's gonna be amazing.
That'd be
Must see
hilarious.
TV.
Oh,
Besides
must see
Sports
TV. I got
Unfolded.
3. Yep, I got 3 more for you. So we all know Usher halftime show.
Yep.
What's the first song he sings? My Way, Oh My God, Love in the Club, Yeah, DJ Got Us Falling in Love.
What was the first one? My Way.
My Way.
Yeah,
I'm going My
I'm
Way.
going my way.
My Way.
Yeah,
My Way.
yeah, it's gotta be my way.
My Way.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, DJ Got Us Falling in Love is plus 1,100.
Why? I didn't see.
1,100.
I don't know. Okay. All right. And I think it's going to be like towards the end.
I think that's going to be last.
Yeah.
Him and Luda.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, I'm hoping.
So who does he bring on stage? Lil Jon, Luda, will.i.am, Alicia Keys, Nicki Minaj, Post Malone, Lil Wayne, or Justin Bieber, or David Guetta?
I think it's going to be ludicrous.
I think Luda and Little John.
Yeah.
They could do it. Yeah. Or Lovers and Friends.
I think
That's deep.
I think it's more likely to be them. I don't think Post Malone is going to be there. I don't see that.
And even if he is there, he may not realize he's there. So that's always that's with Post Malone.
Even though,
See, you said
though
it
he
just
will be
now.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Luda.
Hey, we got it. Trifecta. Yeah. No, go ahead. What do you got, James?
Yeah.
What was that? You can't talk when James talks. Go ahead, James.
yeah.
He's bringing Luda on stage.
Luda. Gotta be
All
Luda.
right.
Gotta be Luda.
My boy.
Gotta be Luda. Gotta be Luda. Gotta be Luda. And last but not least, my favorite, will there be an octopus?
Oh.
Oh.
Ooh.
What's an octopus?
I was confused
Yeah,
too.
what's an octopus?
An
Because I know in hockey
and
they throw octopuses on the ice.
Yeah, that's Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. So
yeah.
yeah. We're gonna
Yeah,
do this the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
rest of the show now. Yeah.
A octopus is that they're calling it is a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Ooh.
Oh, because it's 8 points.
Mm.
Oh.
You know what? No, I don't think there will be.
Mm.
There'll be an attempt, but I don't think they get the 2-point conversion. If that.
Ron?
I'm going to go no.
Okay. James?
James is going for an octopus.
James go for octopus?
Plus 1,200.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh, I'll take.
Plus 1,200. Yeah. Yeah. Plus 1,200. There'll be an octopus.
See,
James,
now,
octopus. I mean, you might have got confused what he said. Okay. All right. We're
not
family
8
friendly.
of
James
them.
Bond?
Family friendly
James
show.
Bond?
Family friendly.
James Bond?
James Bond. Yes, exactly.
James
Yes,
Bond?
there you go, Kenny. I mean,
All right, so I'm a little disappointed that there isn't an over-under for a Taylor Swift
there's
camera on in
There's
the
going to be
booth.
a prop for Taylor Swift. You didn't see it?
You want to think I didn't see one.
Come on.
So, like to me, an over-under 25 is pretty
Minutes
hefty,
or
and that might
times?
be just the fourth quarter.
Minutes or times? You're saying how
25
many times?
times.
You see her 25 times during the Super Bowl. I think they're going to go
Mm.
on. So somebody said it the other day. Everybody was complaining. She was on like 8 times. But they made it seem like because it's, you know what I mean? I don't know. So I don't think they're going to. Obviously, the NFL, I mean, this is big money for them right now. Although there are people just going to see the game because of Taylor Swift. Like, which is kind of crazy. Like, they don't even.
Airport yesterday, and there was a shirt that said "Go Taylor's boyfriend."
Like, what the hell? They don't even know who he is.
Yeah.
Jason Kelsey's going to wear that shirt and then take it off. There we go. That makes sense now. That makes sense.
Actually,
All right.
that kind
So-
of does make sense,
Right? That would be
Right,
perfect.
right.
All right. If you're joining
So-
us, okay, you got 2 more.
I got 2
Oh,
more.
I thought you were done.
I
I'm
got-
sorry.
I got-
Okay.
I got 2. It's kind of a trivia questions for you guys.
Okay.
How many pizzas do you think
Oh, I've heard this
will be
before.
eaten tomorrow?
I've heard this before. I'm going 3 million.
No.
No, it's gotta be more than that.
No,
30
it's going to
30
be
million.
like 25 million.
30 million. 30 million.
Mm.
30.
James?
50 million pizzas.
Ooh. And the winner is Ron. 19 million pizzas tomorrow.
Wow.
He's also
I'm
consumed
having
19.
1 million of them.
I was going to say he's consumed 19 million pizzas before. So,
Last one.
okay.
How many people do you think are going to bet on the Super Bowl?
Ooh, bet.
Oh,
Oh, my God.
I just saw this too, and I can't remember the number.
150 million.
No, it's
Ah.
It's more than that.
yeah. I think it's like
Wow.
12 billion.
What?
No,
Yeah.
no, it's got to be like 50 million.
I went 150. Yeah.
James, you're the closest. 68.7 billion bets will be placed.
Billion or
Billion?
million? B with a B.
Billion.
So
That's
Ron
me
was
then.
closer.
I'm closer.
He said
Oh,
billion.
Ron was closer. I thought
He
I'm
said
the only one
million.
that said billion.
Oh, he said
He said
million.
million.
Oh, okay. I thought he said billion. Okay, sorry, James.
Replay.
Sorry, James.
Replay. What's this? The progressive commercial?
See?
Let's watch the replay.
I got both of those boys.
Very good, Ron. Very good. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Good job. Strange props.
Yep.
All right, Kenny, I know you had one more for us, and these are possible records that could be broken in the Super Bowl. So, what do you got?
Woo! At number 10, Rashawn Rice, 20 receptions. He needs 6 to break the rookie record set by Jamar Chase, 25 in 2021.
So, 6 receptions for postseason.
Yep.
I think he gets that. I think he gets that. 6. I could see 6. At least ties it. I could see that being a tie.
Mhm.
At least 6 receptions. No, gentlemen.
No.
Nobody else.
No.
No,
Nobody else?
Yeah, I think he gets it.
You get it? Okay. All right. We talk about Isaac Pacheco. Could become the first running back to start and win a Super Bowl in each of his first 2 years.
Well, that
I'm
gives
saying
us our
no.
pick. I go yes because that Kansas City's my pick. James is going
Number 8.
number 8.
Number 8. Chiefs defense could be the youngest defense in NFL history to win the Super Bowl. Average age, 25 years, 279 days.
All right, I'm going to make this
I
easy.
know.
Everything with the Chief, I'm yes.
Where we
James
at?
is a
Number
yes.
7?
Yeah. Yep.
Yes. Number 7. Brock Purdy can become the first starting quarterback to be drafted in the 7th round to win the Super Bowl.
I'm going
I'm
no.
saying yes.
I know where James is going. James is a down. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
You needed to mix this up. This is not good.
What number are we at?
5.
All
Right, I
right.
think-
49ers can become, if they're down, the 49ers can become the first team in NFL history to overcome second half deficit of 7 points to win the Super Bowl and divisional, conference championship, or Super
I'm
Bowl.
saying yes.
I wonder who we're picking, James.
All right, let's see. The 49ers
You know-
have 239.
You know how every show they have like cliffhangers and you got to wait for the ending to find out what's going on? We've completely blown that out of the water right now. There's no cliff.
Right.
Stay tuned for our predictions at the end. Never
Yeah.
mind. Go ahead.
49ers have 239 points scored in a Super Bowl. They need 8 points to set the record. Who had the record? Patriots, 246 points
So they need at least 8 points.
to beat the record. Beat the record.
Wait, Kansas City needs that?
At least 8. Ron, I don't care.
49ers.
You still
Oh,
8.
okay, so yes.
They're gonna get 8
49ers.
points. But did they win? Is that just winning it or just points overall? That's
Points overall.
okay. All right.
So yes, they get it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. All right. Patrick Mahomes, 203 consecutive passes, attempts without an interception in the playoffs, needs 35 attempts to set the record. Set by who? Tom Brady, 237 passing
Nope.
attempts without an
Not getting
interception.
that one.
Oh, this is tough.
Mm.
I don't know if they throw 30.
35.
I don't know if he throws 35 times.
I don't know if he's going to get done in this game.
There's no way he's going to get 35 in a row to start this game. There's no way.
No, not 35. 35 without an interception.
Oh,
He
without
doesn't-
an
Yeah, without an
interception?
Yes.
I'm still saying no.
Yes.
I
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know if they
Ooh.
throw 35 times. I'm going tie. He ties Tom Brady.
Ties
Ties him.
Oh, man.
35
Nope.
passes. No picks.
He's throwing a pitch.
Going over.
He's throwing a pitch. Or
James
two.
calls it a done deal. He beats it.
Done
I
deal?
think he's throw a lot of those dink and dunk passes.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
That
All
is
right.
All
true.
it takes
That
is
true.
one Nick Bosa
All right.
tip.
My
And
5th player to watch, by the way.
Travis Kelce could become the first tight end to have 100+ yards in multiple Super Bowls.
I'm saying no.
No,
Woo! Dang, really?
I think they spread the ball around Kansas City in this game.
Woo.
Yeah, I'm
You're
going
going to
no.
have to.
Mm.
He's not going to get that.
That's crazy.
He's probably going to get like 70. I'll even say 80 yards, but I don't think he's going to get that much.
Unless
under on the 70.
Unless Taylor Swift says you get 100, and you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Hey,
so he can be in that booth.
Mahomes, throw my auto the ball every time. That's what he's going to tell him.
Mahomes and auto, yes. This one breaks my heart. Harrison, what's his last name?
Butker.
Thank you. Can't pronounce it. Needs 3 field goals to pass our two friends, Adam Vinatieri and Steven Gronkowski, for most field goals made in Super Bowl history.
I'm going no this one because I don't feel like they're going to kick 3 field goals. I think they're scoring 7 more than they're kicking. That's my guess.
I'm going to say no. I think he gets 2.
I think the extra field goals actually come in garbage time, to be honest.
The dog agrees.
Dog agrees.
Yep,
dog agrees.
So that's
and number
1.
With 116 million viewers, the Super Bowl would be the most viewed Super Bowl of all time.
116 million. We get 116 million on Sports Unfolded. So, I mean, the Super Bowl should be doing better than that.
Okay, so here's where I have
just a shade under 116, by the way.
Before you start, Ron, I just want you to know that last year was 115 million.
All right, so I have a problem with these numbers.
I'm going to say right now, over, because Taylor Swift, you got the Taylor Swift factor.
Yep.
X factor for viewers in this Super Bowl. It's going.
All right, so here's the problem. What's the number of pizzas being eaten?
19 million.
19 million or billion?
Million.
His numbers don't even. You said billion, didn't you? Before.
No, I said million.
Oh, million? Oh, so James was right.
Yeah. No, for pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza, 19 million.
Okay. All right. So 19 million.
Yeah.
So nobody else, they're all going to be eating pizza that watch. You see what I'm saying? If there's going to be 115 people.
Because that's not all they're eating is pizza. Wings, and you got everything else, dips and chips and everything. That's what they're saying. Mm-hmm. That's just pizzas. This is like a holiday Super Bowl, man. You eat everything.
I think they break the record for views.
Taylor Swift factor, it has to be over 160.
Yeah, it has to be.
Because you already know there's going to be people watching Taylor Swift's boyfriend.
Yeah.
They got shirts.
They made shirts. They're selling them all in the airport.
That's what I'm saying.
3 different airports.
And they all had them.
It's crazy.
Insane. Insane. Once again, I want to say very special.
Watch the game by accident.
Very special Sports Unfolded Super Bowl 58 preview show. We are normally on every Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our regularly scheduled program of Sports Unfolded, where we cover all of the top sports stories going on in the world today. We have been covering the Super Bowl for this Sunday, the San Francisco 49ers versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Kickoff a little after 6 p.m. tomorrow night. It is time, though, gentlemen, to make our prediction. And we're doing something a little different. We're going to predict who wins, but we're going to give you a score as well. So we're going to start off on this side, and we're going to go with my main man right there, Ron. Your Super Bowl prediction and the score.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Like I said before, every single arrow points in the direction of those folks that are at Arrowhead Stadium. But for some reason, when you look at that, Mr. Irrelevant, there's that desire factor that comes into play. And I have San Francisco winning this one 28-24.
28-24, San Fran.
San Fran.
Okay. Big dog.
Even though Mahomes and the Chiefs are tough, they're tough. They've been there before. I got to go with the 49ers. I got to go with Brock Purdy. He has nothing to lose, so put everything into it. Let it air out. 49ers 37, Chiefs 26.
Wow, that's a big gap there. Okay. We go from the big dog to the little dog. Your pick.
I got to go with Kansas City 27-17.
Woo! Okay.
Come through on this one.
Okay. All right, James.
All right.
I see you.
27-17, Kansas City. And I will say this. Everybody said the Kansas City Chiefs down and out, done this season. That's all I heard about is there's no way they're going back. They can't figure out the offense, can't do anything. Guess what? They're on the road in the playoffs. They can't win a playoff game. Patrick Mahomes has never done it. Beat the Buffalo Bills, beat the Baltimore Ravens. I doubted in both those games. I am not doubting Patrick Mahomes this time because everybody's going to say he can't do it. I am telling you right now, Kansas City 30, San Francisco 24. Kansas City Chiefs, Super Bowl champions. We will obviously be watching the game tomorrow night, and we'll have some fun. We want to thank you for joining us tonight while we did our Sports Unfolded Super Bowl 58 preview show. I want to thank the big dog, the little dog, my main man, Ron, for joining me tonight as well. You guys have been amazing. What a fun show this has been. Obviously, once the Super Bowl is over, guess what, gentlemen? We're on to the draft. And we will do a draft show. We do a live watch during the draft. So we don't even want to see Kenny's eyes. We do a live draft while the draft's going on. We'll talk about it and have some fun with that as well. If you'd like to support Rhode Island Broadcasting, you can buy me a coffee. Just go to Buy Me a Coffee, and you can give us a little bit of extra love here to help support all of our shows on Rhode Island Broadcasting. If you'd like to follow Sports Unfolded or Rhode Island Broadcasting, that ticket that's been running on the bottom tell you all the different platforms that we are on, everything from Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, MeWe. I mean, we are on every possible platform. And if you'd like to sponsor our shows, just send us an email to ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com, and we will give you the details. It is very cost efficient, and you will have thousands of eyes on your business every single week. So
Best show.
Sports Unfolded by far. If you want the best sports content, you're going to get it here. We brought in the little dog. We got the big dog now, and we are just going to have some fun with this guy. So sponsor and support Sports Unfolded as much as possible. Enjoy the game tomorrow night, gentlemen. Everybody out there that's joined us live, thank you. If you're joining us afterwards, continue to follow and share our show. We'd appreciate the support there as well. I want to wish you all a very fun Sunday night. And all we ever ask for every single show is peace on earth.
Yeah, have a great night, everybody. Enjoy the game. Take care.